Hi guys, this is Anne. I hope you're having a wonderful day. There's a lot of bouncing around in the energetic field right now, as I mentioned before. One of the things that we need to remember is our own ability to manage our mind. So I'm getting that this may have something to do with the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. Myself being having a lot of Scorpio energy, it can be very deep, as well as very analytical in terms of things around sort of what drives people and psychology. So we can find ourselves kind of diving into a lot of analytics right now in the mind. So what this is bringing out, though, is we have to remember that we are ultimately in control of our own minds. And one of the great learnings, I think, that we're going through in this particular time is our ability to recognize the fact that we are moving towards a more heart-centered living, hence the name of my channel. We're moving towards feeling intuitively our way through energies and looking at the energetic space that we're in very differently than we were used to. So this is a change and this is a shift that we are, those who are open to it, those who are resonating with me, we are all experiencing and going through. So one of the challenges is to really manage the mind. And this is to, sometimes we have to actually go recognize consciously that our minds are actually trying to, and our egos are trying to take over control. And we can find our minds running very quickly, trying to be the owner. And as soon as we recognize that, we have to sort of make an effort to shift back to heart, back to just being. So what is? So everything that happened, everything we experienced is. We don't put any right or wrong around it. It just is. So coming back to pure acceptance of all of the past and what happened and living right now in this moment as it just is. So I'm finding the mind is trying to almost battle with ourself here. It's trying to take over the show, and we have to keep that in check, because that is our strength and our power to within our own self. So the battle is within ourself to say no. I'm not my ego. I am so much more than that, and I will not allow you to rule, and to kind of nip that in the bud. Now, certainly, if there are, if there's information coming through for you that is trying to resolve, so you're spinning back through something you thought you had dealt with, it's because there's something more you need to see. Now, certainly, that is something that you need to see, but you don't need to live there. So see it, recognize it, acknowledge it, and then move on. So these are some of the energies right now, and this is really what we're learning. We're learning how to come back to our heart-centered space, how to accept what is, what was, and to be open to receive that which may come to us in very unique and different ways than we have been taught is correct. What we have learned is the right way and how things operate, because we're learning very quickly here that things may be much more different than we had previously thought, that we have compartmentalized in our head as being right or wrong. So opening up our minds continually and accepting what our heart is actually guiding us toward. So this does take some adjustment, some work in some cases, and relaxation. So just sitting back in the fact that it's all going to be okay, and to keep moving and flowing through the waves that are occurring. Thank you so much for listening, and we will talk soon.